online video classes for the student of Institute of English of Latif University, Kharagpur. These video lectures cover the whole scope of English literature, and you will find videos for the subjects of drama, fiction, novel in 18th and 19th century, and American literature as well. For watching more videos on literature and awareness sessions, keep on watching my video channel and subscribe my channel. I thank you all and I love you all.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear audience, today we will discuss very important topic from the novel Tess of D'Urbervilles by Thomas Hardy. Today's discussion is related with feminist analysis of Tess of D'Urbervilles. Before switching towards the main discussion, that is the discussion of feminism in Tess, let me give you a brief introduction of feminism. Feminism is a movement and is a part of a literary theory that discusses the women perspective, the female lives, the female identification, and the problems faced by women in literary texts. The key contributors in this theory are Simone de Beauvoir, Virginia Woolf, Mary Wollstonecraft, Margaret Atwood. Besides them, there are a number of writers who have contributed in one way or other in exploring the feminist elements in literature. These writers include Gayatri Spivak, Bapsi Sidhwa, and from Pakistan Tamina Durrani, Kamla Shamsi, and from India we have Arundhati Roy. All these writers explore lives of women in their literature and then discusses that how women face problems in this male-dominant society. Now switching towards our main discussion, that is discussion of feminism in Tess by Thomas Hardy. Now this wonderful novel presents important signposts, important and key elements that may help us to make a very detailed and comprehensive study of feminism in this novel. If we break down this novel into smaller segments, we may come to know that this novel helps us to understand female aspects given by Hardy. Second is the portrayal of Tess as a woman, and third is a general place of women in society. Now these are the three signposts, these are the three key points where we may construct our discussion regarding feminism. Now let me inform you that Hardy always encourages his female characters to seek education and to break out of the narrow roles allotted to women. In my previous lecture I had told you that Tess is a typical Victorian woman, and for Victorian women, staying in home, obeying their husbands and obeying their male characters and male roles is taken as the sign of purity and sign of decency. Women were not allowed to go beyond the ordinary and traditional rules. But when we study Tess, we come to know that Hardy, who believes Tess is a pure woman, makes Tess move out of home, work in a male-dominant society, and face all the problems that are posed to her. Hardy, through Tess, attacks the social and moral conventions that condemn and victimize women. He stands against them and presents Tess as a pure woman despite all her flaws according to conventional methods. Now, if we would study this novel from feminist perspective, we will try to find out key feminist terms that are important in feminist literary theory to understand the feminist aspects in the work of literature. The first important aspect of feminism is to find women as male constructs. Now, most of literary works are written by males. Now, every female character is penned down by males, so females appear as male constructs. A feminist study of any piece of literature tries to find out a female character as a male construct. Now, Tess is Hardy's male construct. And besides, now inside novel, we have two leading male characters who define Tess means they construct Tess, and out of novel we have Thomas Hardy as a writer who is male constructor of Tess. Inside novel we have Angel and we have Claire who take great interest in the life of Tess, and out of the novel we have Hardy as a writer who tells us something about Tess. And now all these three characters are male. Now feminist analysts are interested how male characters and how a male writer defines a female. The second important aspect of feminist study is that feminist analysis always explores the destructive male perception. Now these male characters or even a male writer present in their literary works destructive perception regarding women, and this is what we see happening in Tess. Though Thomas Hardy as a writer has great faith in Tess and he believes Tess to be a pure woman, but both leading male characters, Alec and Angel, they destructively construct Tess. For Angel, Tess is simple doll and a source of love. For Alec, she is a sex toy and not more than this. Now Tess is well aware that neither Alec nor Angel see her as what she really is. For Alec, she is a sex toy, and for Angel, she is a pure virgin and his baby doll. Now feminist analysis also discuss female consciousness. Now this is again one of the important aspects of feminism. As far as female consciousness is concerned, Tess at the later stage of this novel realizes this female consciousness, and she comes to know that as a female she has been posed with greater challenges and difficulties in life. Now these greater challenges and problems are posed by male dominant society, by religion, by science, by nature and by other elements. But in the later stage of this novel Tess, the leading protagonist Tess of D'Urbervilles will achieve this female consciousness. Feminist analysis also find out gender stereotypes, and in this novel Tess of D'Urbervilles we have gender stereotypes. For example, Tess, despite of her strong faith and courages, are shown as a feminine who loses courage. We find that Tess sometimes loses courage, though she is very courageous. And one of other gender stereotype that is found in this novel is woman's instinct to hide. Tess had number of problems, but she can't discuss these problems openly with other characters because our society doesn't allow a woman to present her problem with others. So most of women try to hide their problems and try to find their solutions on their own. Another interest of feminist introduction, feminist study of novel is to find out women's relationship with men. In this novel, we have ample examples for this. For example, we may study the Tess' relationship with her father. It was Tess' father's failure that brought Tess out of home and that brought ultimately the destruction of Tess. We in this male-women relationship find Alec's masculinity, who rapes Tess, who takes advantage of the weaker position of Tess. In this male-female relationship, man-woman relationship, we study Angel's destructive attitude towards Tess. For Tess, Angel was source of inspiration, but that source of inspiration betrayed Tess and left her in her night of marriage. Then Tess courageously facing all the problems posed by male chauvinist and male dominant society. So to conclude, this novel Tess of D'Urbervilles offers us a great material for a feminist study. This is the best novel through which we may analyze and see that how feminism works in literature. I hope that seeking all these points, you comrades will go through the text and make a very proper study of feminist analysis of Tess of D'Urbervilles. Thank you very much for watching this video.